Oh, hello there. Welcome to another episode of The Easy Investor. As always, if you like the video, please give us a like and remember to subscribe. There will be many more where the origin story of ANT starts in 2004. When Alipay was created as part of Alibaba. Alipay was created as an online escrow service. This allowed online shoppers to fund their Alipay account and make purchases on the Alibaba e-commerce platform. In 2011, the Alipay service spun off from parent Alibaba and Ant Financial Services was formed. By 2013, Alipay held billions of dollars of client funds within their escrow account. It is already then when executives of Ant Financial Services started to fear that banks will start seeing them as competition. Ant realized that customers would have extra cash lying within the fund, and allowed customers to park their cash within the escrow account and earn interest. Little did they know where this path would truly lead. In 2017, on the Wall Street Journal, it was reported that ANT was the world's largest money fund. At that time, the fund grew to 370 million account holders and held $212 billion in funds for clients. At that time, the fund was more than double in size of its closest rival JP Morgan. Its ascent was an accidental byproduct. With Alibaba and ANT changing the way payments are made, to revolutionize into an almost cashless society, the fund only continued to grow. With reported numbers of a third of the Chinese population using the Alipay service, and with more than 700 million active monthly users, it is not difficult to see why the money market fund became so popular so quickly. With some individuals investing as much as 30% of their monthly salaries into the fund, as they believe that Alibaba and Ant are too big to fail. Increased regulations and an attempt to stabilize the company, the management of Ant set some limits in place. Reducing the maximum cash that an individual can place into their own money market fund to 100,000 yuan, $14,894. Down from 1 million yuan. The goal of ANTGROUP was never to become another bank or a money manager. It was an accidental and happy byproduct of what they tried to achieve, which was to change how people make payments. In reality, Ant saw a gap in the market where banks were too focused on either state-owned entities or large corporates, with the small business or individual consumer not enjoying any real service. This was Mr. Ma's way to create a business that would force banks to change the way that they do business, and with Ant transformed away from their money market days into more of a technology company and an enabler or facilitator. Ant operates Alipay, which is today considered a lifestyle and payment application used by Chinese consumers. Alipay handles more payments than both MasterCard and Visa, although it has limited market share outside of China, with more than 95% of its transactions facilitated within the Chinese borders. It handles almost as many transactions annually as MasterCard and Visa combined. Valued at $17.6 trillion worth of transactions handled for the 12-month period ending June 2020. During this same time, Visa handled transactions worth $11.3 trillion and MasterCard $6.9 trillion. The Alipay application has many functions. Although it started as a payment facilitator and evolved into a money manager, today people can use it to shop on Taobao, invest in mutual funds, buy insurance, find deals from small businesses, track utility bills and get updates and other information. A popular notification of recent times updates on COVID-19. To further understand Ant, and how they earn their income, we will look at the three main functions, which are shopping, payments, borrowing, loans, and investing. The shopping side of the business is where Alipay facilitates transactions between the individual and the merchant through online payment or QR scanning payment. Alipay will transfer the money from the individual to the merchant while keeping a small fee for their facilitation of the transaction. Through the borrowing facility, Alipay connects consumers and small businesses with 100 banks in China. The team from Ant will facilitate the entire process through various businesses all through the Alipay app. After the loan has been approved, the funds will be transferred to the small business or individual. The main business at this stage is the facilitation of short-term unsecured loans, and only collects fees for facilitating the process. Finally, the investment business. While Ant started off as their own money manager business and mushroomed to become the world's largest money manager, now partnering with more than 170 asset managers that include mutual funds, banks and more. There are more than 6,000 products to choose from. For a small fee, a robo-advisor, a joint venture between Ant and Vanguard, will assist the consumer to select the right product for their needs. Ant is a very profitable business, with a reported operating margin of 34% for the first half of this year. This puts some context behind the valuation. At a valuation of $313 billion, it will be the largest IPO in history. In 2018, Ant went through private funding round which valued the business at $150 billion. Today the business is considering listing on both the China mainland and Hong Kong stock exchanges, for a staggering $34 billion, which sets the valuation at $313 billion. This will definitely be an IPO and a business to watch.